All right, yeah, James first.
Yes. I'd like to ask those who are running for state office, how would they vote to keep Governor Schmuckel from passing pro-abortion bills that would continue to legalize abortion in New York State, and also for the federal candidates, I'd like to ask them if Harris were to beat Trump, how would they vote to
Not gonna happen.
defeat her in terms of abortion issues?
So I think on abortion, we need to start making the moral argument about is this a trend that we want to continue? Because it's quite alarming the rates that we have, especially in New York City. There are more black babies aborted than born. So even if you do believe that people have the right to get one within a certain time period, is this a trend that we want to have? So we need to start having deeper conversations about that as a nation, because if we truly believe that Black Lives Matter or all lives matter, it also matters for babies. If we want to have families and grow and have a healthy society. And right now what we're seeing is with these extremely high rates, we're not having a healthy society. Too many people view that families are just disposable. So we have to start having a different conversation and get some morality back into our youth.
Up at the federal level, I agree with Phil. I think Donald Trump's going to be our president again. But I really want to build on what Dwayne said about the moral argument, because Planned Parenthood does such an excellent job of marketing. It ticks me off. You know, for decades they kept trying different messages, and somehow they won over the Democrats. Now the Democrats just repeat their bull. But Gregory Meeks, and not just him, but all the Democrats have voted for a law that would allow a healthy baby to be terminated like the day before its due date. This law would also eliminate prohibitions on sex selections, like, well, I don't want to have another daughter, so, and also eliminate laws that would, that give parents the right to know what's going on if their 14-year-old daughter's in trouble. They are so extreme. They are so extreme, but people don't realize that. And that's how we win the argument back with the moral arguments, because it gets lost with the mainstream media, it gets lost with the money, it somehow makes it seem like Planned Parenthood's the good guys in this, when they're America's abortion factory. So that's the battleground at the federal level, sir, in my opinion.
Thank you. We have another question or comment over here.
Okay. Hi, my name is Alan Laufer. For most of you who don't know me, I've been a member of this club for many years, and I thank Phil for giving me the opportunity to say a few words on behalf of Stephen Weiner, because I am probably the guy in Queens County who knows the most why Stephen Weiner should be our next surrogate. And the reason is that I was co-counsel with him for about 2.5 years on an extremely hotly contested surrogate litigation, and where the adversary tried to take advantage of a 95-year-old man. Mr. Weiner represented family members. I represented a well-known charity who took on the same will, and we worked together. He is a person of the highest moral character. He knows his stuff. He was an able colleague, and I could say we got about as good a settlement as we could have gotten. This was in New York County. Considering the state of the judicial system in this state, and I can say 100% that I would not have gotten anywhere near for his clients or for mine without Stephen Weiner there. He knows his stuff. He knows surrogates law, unlike the other candidate who is not a surrogates lawyer, and that's why he should be our next surrogate. And I thank you, Phil, for allowing me.
Thank you. Thank you. You want to comment on that?
God bless you. It was a very tough case. This is something people are taking advantage of. Some of you may know, relatives or others. It's very important to stay close. Stay close to relatives who don't have children, who maybe have some money, because there are rings of criminals who try to get in and get into their wills and take away everything they have and take it away from their families. And so anyone who's again, a single uncle or a relative who has some property, they are prone to being taken advantage of. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. We have time for one more question, but before we do, we have our raffle prize, and raise your hand if you need a raffle ticket, and they'll go around and collect it. Anyone need a raffle ticket? And Mark will collect it in the meantime. We have one more question. Jimmy?
Thank you to all the candidates tonight. It's not so much a question as just, I'd like to say something on behalf of Yatin, who had to run out, and I'll try to be brief. It wasn't too long ago that when we voted for someone, whether it was the top of the ticket or down ballot, it wasn't anybody else's business, right? That's between you and the 3 walls inside your ballot box. So, you know, whether or not Yatin is voting for Donald Trump, I don't care. I have a lot of friends who are voting for every single one of these individuals who may not be a fan of Donald Trump. But they've assured me that they're not voting for Kamala Harris. They weren't voting for Joe Biden, they're not voting for Kamala Harris. Yatin Chu tonight reassured us that she's not voting for Kamala Harris. So I think at the end of the day, regardless of who she supports personally at the top of the ticket, we all need to come together and support Yatin Chu, because she's the best choice for what she's running for. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jimmy. Anyone want to comment? And then we have to close out the meeting. Any last comment or last words? Well, look at these fine candidates. Should we take one more question? Okay, one more quick question.
The most important thing you all should do is consider you want to help human beings, regardless of their race, their religion, or anything else. And tell the other people, if you don't want human beings, get out of this country.
All right. Okay, whoever doesn't like America can leave. Okay, so let's give our candidates a great hand. Let's take their lawn signs, let's help them, and let's sign up to be a county committee member so we can help them in our EDs. Let us know if you need a list. Thank you very much, our great Republican candidates. Thank you.